Hello everyone and welcome to Sunup. I'm Lyndall Stout. Extension educators from across Oklahoma have been spending part of their week here in Stillwater on the Oklahoma State University campus, kicking off the centennial year of extension and learning all about how technology can help improve lives on the farm, in business, and for the home and family. And speaking of technology, our wheat experts are partnering with the Mesonet team to provide a new tool for producers grazing wheat. Here's Sunup's Austin Moore.
Cattle grazing wheat. This combination of Oklahoma's top agricultural commodities can make a producer's fiscal year. The cattle gain beautifully on the wheat, and so long as they are gone by first hollow stem, the wheat will rebound and still produce a solid crop.
First hollow stem is a stage of growth that occurs just before jointing. It's when that developing grain head is still below the soil surface but just about to push through. And what we found with research at OSU over several years is that's the optimal stage to remove cattle from wheat pasture. If you graze past first hollow stem, the cattle gains are pretty good, but the decline in wheat yield for grazing past first hollow stem is very severe, and there isn't enough added gain from the cattle to offset the decline in wheat grain yield.
The best way to determine first hollow stem is to be out in the field scouting.
To check for first hollow stem, you're going to dig up some plants in a non-grazed area. Now, you have to dig up the plants because, again, that developing grain head is still below the soil surface. You're going to look through those plants, find the largest one, and you're going to split open the largest tiller on that plant. Split it open lengthways, and you're going to look and you'll find a green ring there where the developing grain head is, and you'll find some hollow stem below that green ring. When you have 1.5 centimeters of hollow stem below that developing grain head, then the plant is at first hollow stem. You'll need to do that at about 10 different locations or about 10 different plants in order to get a good estimate of where you are, because there can be some variation within the same field.
Now, while each field needs to be checked independently, there's a new tool available from the Oklahoma Mesonet that tells producers when to be in the field scouting.
This particular model was based on about 10 years of research on and off over the past 10 years. We looked at initially 10 years of first hollow stem observations, and what we found is that soil temperatures under sod cover were the best correlated with first hollow stem dates.
This tool offers several views of first hollow stem probability, beginning with a color-coded state map.
So under 5% probability, it's all blue, and then when you get to 5 to 10%, it turns green and then goes up from there. And we recommend that if you're going to scout your fields, you start scouting when the probability level reaches 5%, because things tend to change rapidly once that stage is met. You also can look at individual Mesonet sites and look at charts and tables, and what we have there is going from the current conditions through the 2-week projection period, you can see whether and when the 5% level will be reached or the 50% probability level will be reached. So it's an easy way to look at a particular Mesonet site as well.
The tool is really useful because it not only gives you an estimation or prediction of what's going on right now, but will also allow you to project what might happen 2 weeks into the future, which is really important for our cattle producers because it's hard to move cattle off of wheat pasture overnight. It requires some advanced planning. And with this model, hopefully we can project a little bit and give producers a better heads up as to maybe finding a new home for those cattle.
Scouting remains the best tool, but for those who prefer to use a calendar date, Carlson offers the following recommendation.
For people who don't scout, we would recommend that they certainly remove their cattle when it reaches the 50% level, because what that means is over, say, a 100-year period, 50% of the years would have reached first hollow stem at that particular date. And so to be on the safe side, you definitely want to remove your cattle by the 50% level.
For directions to this map on the Mesonet website, visit our links section at sunup.okstate.edu.